Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy, back on Monday with another video for you. What are we doing today? Well, I won't say I'm going to pull the orders because I actually already did that ahead of time, but we're going to pack and ship each of the orders. Going to show you how I pack these type of items up, what it's going to cost, how I ship it, what service I use, and all that good stuff, plus a bunch of other random stuff that I always talk about. So let's get going. All right, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do the orders first. I'm sure I'll throw some other random stuff in there, like talking about the Mario movie. We went and saw the Super Mario movie last weekend. My daughter and wife, we all went. We had a good time. So if you're into video gaming and Mario and all that stuff, it was fun. They hit all the right points, all the nostalgia points along the way. So it was a good, fun movie. I definitely go ahead and recommend that one to you if you haven't seen it already. Of course, I'm waiting for Guardians. That's the big one. I can't wait for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 to come out. All right, so what am I shipping today? I sold only 8 items, 5, 6, 7, 8 orders over the entire weekend, and it was only about 3 of them until most of the day through Sunday, and then it's like eBay turned my store back on, and I had 5, 6, 7 orders that came in Sunday night, basically. A couple of them still aren't paid for. I'm still waiting for those. I actually have had a ton of non-paying bidders recently. Not something that happens too often with me, but I think I've had 5 orders over the last week not get paid for. But for one of them, it turned out pretty good. And let's go ahead and talk about that one first. I wasn't going to, but it just kind of happened that way. That's how I was talking. It's right here, slightly off camera, and it's part of 2 boxes the way that I have this all separated. I'm going to have to put this into 1 box to ship it out. These were items that were found at a Goodwill in the hanging bag section of the toy area. So I talk about it a lot. Check those hanging bags. It's amazing how many good finds and good valuable finds, not just the cheap stuff, not just stuff like little Jabba the Hutt here. Yeah, he was in a little hanging bag, this little Jabba the Hutt figure with some other stuff, but yeah, some good valuable. I mean, actually, I listed him for 20 or 25 bucks. So again, it's not like he's super cheap. But this was something that I didn't know what it was, but I could tell that it was old toys. I'm trying to see if I can find one of the right bags of toys here to show you, just because of the colors. I mean, I separated a lot of this stuff out, and I can tell. I'm trying to find the one with the little dolls on there. This was made by Tyco, Tyco, and it was called Quints, for quintuplets. These are what the little dolls look like. That naked girl right there, I think most of them didn't have clothes on, and then there were some pets as well. So this took up 4 different bags that I bought at the store. I spent about $20-ish for this whole lot. They did have a couple others that had a lot of big accessories like this, but I didn't think it was going to add a whole lot of value to the lot. So I went ahead and left those couple extra bags there. But you can see I have a lot of pieces between these 2 bags. You'll see when I throw the pop-up, and it's not going to do this lot justice just seeing the one pop-up, but there are a lot of pieces. I think there's over 100 total pieces, a bunch of play sets. So you had to buy these dolls in little packs of 5. You bought these little play sets individually. There's a bunch of play sets in here. So I just, rather than listing it separately, which I could have done, there are sales that way, I figured it was best to put it in one big lot and try to shoot for the moon on price. And this is what happened. So I told you I had a bunch of non-paying bidder stuff happen this past week, and this was one of them. I had sold this about a week and a half ago. The buyer contacted me, said, hey, I have to wait till Monday to pay you, and this would have been a week ago Monday at this point. Monday comes and goes. They didn't pay. The order got canceled just automatically by eBay. I relisted it. It sold the next day. Now, here is the good part. When that person bought it, they had sent me an offer of $80, and I went ahead and took it. I didn't have a whole lot of sales leading up to that point when I sold it, so I sold it last week for $80. I figured I'd go ahead and take a lower offer than what I really wanted, but they didn't pay. Thankfully, at this point, because I relisted it and sold it at full price. And now you're saying, Mike, what was that full price? What did you take an $80 offer on? Well, $150. Yeah, this sold for the full $150 plus shipping. Now, I'm going to have to box this in a different box. As you can see, I got this in 2 of these smaller boxes. So I'm going to have to find the right bigger box to send this in. My guess is it's going to be shipped to UPS. But yeah, let me go ahead and find that right box for this. I meant to do that ahead of time. I didn't. And yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got it. Hey, you like the new chair? Finally got me a new gaming chair in here. I had been stealing my wife's office chair. I actually had one of these, this exact same model of chair. I had the red version, and it broke probably, I don't know, we'll say several months ago. It could be 6 months at this point. My wife has a chair upstairs that her work gave her for when she has to work at home. It's a really nice office chair. So I've been using that one for the past 6 months, but she had to work from home on Friday. And yeah, so I decided I better just go ahead and break down and go ahead and go get the new chair. And I got it, and I'm loving it so far. Anyway, I got this box. Yeah, you can see, got this box here. It is, what is the size on this one? 12, 8, 10. And I think I get this one at Walmart. They're, I think, like 78 cents or something. They're pretty cheap. Right around $1. And you can see I got it packed up. A few pieces loose still in here. I did kind of a layer of items, some bubble wrap, a layer of items, some bubble wrap, and just kind of kept sandwiching it like that. I got to put some more paper in the top to keep this from shifting around. I'm going to go ahead and do that part, get it taped up, and then we'll do the shipping part. All right, it's all boxed up, packaged up, ready to go. Now, this is actually going global shipping program, whatever they call it now, eBay International Shipping. I don't know what the new program's called. And it's going back to Illinois as part of the shipping. Let me find my right screen here. Ship it over here. Got my scale outside my little tarp, little backdrop here. So yeah, this has to go to Glendale Heights, Illinois. And I like it where it used to show me what country that it was shipping to. So I don't know what country this is actually going to. But they had to spend like $70 some in shipping to get it. I charge $15 on top of the price. 4 pounds, 4 ounces. So we'll just round that up. It's basically going to ship at a 5-pound rate, which is what I kind of calculated at. 12, 10, 8 box. Like I said, I'm guessing I'm going UPS ground on this one, and I'm dead on. So like I said, I charge $15. I know about what things are going to price just by weight and size, even if it has to go to East Coast. $13.96. So pretty much right on with that $15 charge. Let me flip over and put that price into my little spreadsheet that I have over here that I keep track of all my... I just use like an Excel spreadsheet right here, you can see, and that's kind of how I keep track of all of my orders, my shipping, everything. I'm an Excel guy, and that's what I use for all of my inventory tracking, all of my sales tracking, all the reporting. I just have Excel spreadsheets that I made up on my own. I've been using them since I've been selling on eBay pretty much. So $13.96, we're going to go ahead and purchase that shipping label. I'm still using, we'll roll you around, you like that? I'm still using my Rollo printer right here. Really happy I got this. Guys, look, I know I should have bought one of these years ago. I just put it off. I just put off the cost, put off everything. But it was time, and I'm glad that I did. Now, I always say I'm an over-taper. I use way too much of this tape on stuff, and the hard part for me is still getting used to not putting tape over the label, because you can't do that with thermal printers. It'll make things bad after a day or so. You won't be able to read it. It kind of bleeds out if you put tape over it. It's been hard for me, I'm going to admit. But I've done it, and yeah, it prints out the label quickly. We're good to go. We got item number 1 of 8 done. All right, on item number 2, and this one is going to be a football helmet. Where is it? It's right down here. Yeah, I did tell you that was sold for $150. That was the price. I think I put the pop-up on the screen and did all that stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of doing this all out of order, so I'm going to be messed up today. So the football helmet, yeah, I think I have 6 or 7 more to list. If you watched the video last week, you saw that I had like 9 in the garage, and I picked up a couple more. And actually, I'm going to show you another one that I picked up. This one's pretty awesome. I'll show that at the end of the video. But I did sell one of the ones that I picked up last week. Sold it. This one sold for $60, $59.99. I tell you, my average selling price on helmets is over $50, and my average buy price is under $10. That's why I sell them so much. You're all sitting there going, Mike, stop talking about football helmets. That's all you talk about in your videos is selling football helmets. I know, I do. I sell a lot of them. Last year, what did I say? I sold like 47 football helmets last year. I'm hoping to do more this year. I'm being much more aggressive. I'm going to the sporting goods section first when I go in stores now versus going to the toys, which is where I normally went, because I'm trying to find as many of these helmets as I can because of the buy and sell price. Again, this one sold for $59.99, $59.99 plus shipping. Same as with that, I charge $15 shipping, and 99% of the time, that's going to more than cover my cost of shipping. All right, so this one is actually going to Iowa, so Iowa's not too bad from Arizona. We're kind of going up and over just a little bit, but I got the box right here that I use, 12 by 12 by 12. I get these off of eBay, obviously. I pretty much just use my eBay coupon to buy these. I think they're like $43 or something for 25 of them. So it's fairly pricey. You can buy these cheaper if you go to like a Walmart or one of those type of stores. You can usually get them for about $1 or so a piece, or again, like I said, a little bit more expensive doing them off eBay using the coupon, but you know, it's sort of like free money. Not a big deal. You just take the helmet, you put it in the box. It fits in pretty darn good. What I like about these boxes is they're ribbed, so you can cut the corners and cut down 1 inch and use a little less packing. I'm gonna go get my packing materials now. Good to go on this one. I left the door open by accident. That's okay. I'm going to leave it open right now. I'm not going to get up and change it. I will later. So let's check it. Most helmets weigh between 4 and 5 pounds. I'm hoping that it only weighs 4 because it's definitely much cheaper if we only weigh 4. And we're right at 4.00 on the scale. Perfect. I use a little bit heavier packing material. I like to use Amazon air pillows. I get a lot of those, and it just kind of keeps it from jostling around inside. Now it's a football helmet. It's not going to get busted or anything like that. So 4 pounds, 12, 12, 11, because we cut down that 1 inch. UPS ground, $12.52 to Iowa. So right in that sweet spot of what I thought it was going to be. It's usually right around 12, 13 bucks. If we're going to Florida or New York or something, then we'll get just over 15. Usually 15.50, 15.60, somewhere in there. I'm okay. $12.52 again. This one's going to UPS, just like the majority of stuff that I have today is going UPS. I sold bigger items. I actually didn't even talk about the total dollar amount of sales. I just told you that I sold only 8 items for the weekend, but it was 8 items for almost $700, like $670 for those 8 items. So my average sale price, fantastic this weekend. Really happy about that part. I'd much rather ship out 8 items for $600 and then, sell 25. I think sometimes people get tied up in how many items you sold versus the quality of items that you're selling, and that's I'd much rather do that. Now there are some cheaper item stuff in here too, and all that. Just got lucky this weekend. The items that sold were more expensive. All right, let's do an easy one now. We did some of the harder ones. Let's get to one of the easier ones that I'm going to ship here. What do I got? We have garbage pail kids. I sold a couple garbage pail kid dudes. Now these are larger size garbage pail. Here is a size of a regular baseball card, and this is the size. These are, I think, 5x7. These are the original series 1. We got Atom Bomb and Nasty Nick. Atom Bomb's the good one. This one sells by itself. I've seen them sell for upwards of $100 by itself, but I put the two of these together. Most likely these are going in the $50 to $70 range, and this one $20 to $40. So I comboed the two together and had it out there for $100. Now it didn't sell for $100. I had this in an offer and it went for $85. So I sent a 15% offer for the two of these. I think I paid, can't remember if it was $30 or $40 for the pair. This is the third pair of these that came from that collection, and the last one that I have. I wish I had a ton of these. This one did take a little bit longer to sell than the first two did. It was kind of strange. But one of the items that I always have around are these rigid mailers. These are great for sending stuff like this. I think it's 5x7 or 6x9. Let's see. It is 6x8. 6x8. I was off all the way around. So this one's going to be pretty easy. Even though these were basically $100 item, I'm just going to put it in here, and it fits right in pretty snug. You can't really bend it. I might put one extra piece of cardboard inside just to give it a little more rigidity. That's a hard word to say. Weight-wise, it's not a big deal. It weighs 4 ounces. If I put an extra little piece of cardboard in here to make it weigh 5, I'm fine with that. So let me do that, and then we'll do the rest. Right, now, you know how I said I over-tape? Now, I don't trust these when they close. I just don't trust the adhesive. So I use a piece or two of tape on here just as a little extra precaution that it's not gonna open up during shipping. Like I said, I over-tape, but I'd rather be safe than sorry shipping these out. So now, like I said, the weight's 5 ounces. This is going to be pretty cheap. I think I charge $5 for the shipping on this. First class mail, since it's just a few ounces, $4.24 going to North Dakota. So we're kind of covering the United States right now. We're doing a pretty good job of hitting stuff up in the, I guess, the northern part of the U.S. between Illinois, Iowa, and North Dakota. Now I do also have some of these do not bend stickers. It's not necessary, but I got a bunch of these free. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of these on here. I don't think you could really bend this if you tried, but if it gets bent, at least I have my sticker on there and I can tell the buyer that I did my part to keep them from bending it. Now, you don't want to put the sticker over any of this. I'm just going to put one on the back. Why not? Do not bend. Thank you. All right, let's do another card. We're going to do another card, and I got a couple over here. So 2 cards this weekend, and first one, we're going to do the easy one. Ken Griffey Jr., see if I can do this without the glare. This is an Ultra Gold Medallion card. It sold for $12.99. $12.99. One that I picked up at the card show a couple weeks back. And these are easy to ship. This is what I love about sports cards. $12.99. I charge $1 for shipping, which means it's going out eBay standard envelope. And I just use one of these. It's a little 6x5 RSVP envelope. The reason I'm using these is because I bought a couple packs of them at a thrift store for $1 a piece. So these work pretty good. Let me get my invoice here. Guys, I always include an invoice when I send stuff out. I know a lot of people don't. It's personal preference. But if something were to get lost, open, damaged, anything, I want an invoice in there. And in the sports card world, here's why I'll tell you especially. So a lot of times there'll be people, not this card in general, but there could be a rookie card of, let's just say, nobody's going to buy a bunch of this, but this guy, Noah Brown, he played for the Cowboys. Someone might buy 5 of them off of eBay from different buyers, and let's say one of them comes damaged, and you don't put an invoice in there, that person may have got things confused, thought that the one that got damaged was the one that they got from you, and blame you for it. The reason why I tell that story, because that happened to me. And I said, no, there should be an invoice in there with mine, and I did not send you a damaged one, and it all worked out. So take the extra step. Include an invoice with your order. Okay, so this is very simple. I take the invoice, I take the card, I wrap the invoice around the card. That's just the way I do it. You don't have to do it this way. Just provides a little extra layer of support on there. We'll put it in the envelope. Okay, now we got it sealed up, but again, I told you, I never trust the adhesives on these things, so I am also going to tape over that little flap just to make sure that it stays shut during shipping. Now again, this is going to weigh 1 ounce. 1 ounce is very cheap when you're sending out eBay standard envelope. It's only 60 cents. All right, now here's the one thing when I'm sending these out, when I'm using the Rollo printer, it does not fit on this size envelope. So I actually have to go into the settings and change it to print at 90% of the size. So it shrinks it down just enough. I'm gonna have to cut the edges of the label off and then put it onto here. But it all works out. It's pretty easy. It's one extra little click. All right, that one's done. Put it over on the stack. Next card. Next up, we got Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson, this is one of his jersey cards, and what's cool about this, I don't know if you can see, you'll see it in the pop-up here. This is a jersey for when he played for the Seattle Mariners. He only played for them, I think, 1 season, if I'm correct. Very short time. You don't have a lot of jersey cards from when he played with the Mariners. You usually see him with the A's and the Yankees, but this one here is Seattle Mariners, so it's kind of unique. This one, I had in the store for 20 bucks. I did send a 10% offer, so the price you see on the screen is not going to match. Sold for $17.99 plus shipping. Now, it could go out eBay standard envelope. I don't love sending jersey cards that way because they're a little more fragile, delicate, that they can get creases around where the little swatch of jersey is. So I do send these out in a bubble mailer. I use these ones here. This is the 000, mark 000. That just marks what kind of sizes. So I think it's like 7x5. We're in the measuring thing today. So we got 5.5 by 8. 5.5 by 8 for the 000. Same sort of thing. I got the invoice. We're going to wrap it around the card. Just what I do. I tape it on there. Get it together. Some people might put an extra piece of cardboard in here. For this cheap of a card, I won't. If it was like a $30, $40 card, I might put a piece of cardboard in there. And it's probably going to weigh 2 ounces, my guess. 1.2, so it just rounds up to 2 ounces. This one is going to Washington. We're shipping everything up to the north part of the country today. 2 ounces going to Washington. First class, $3.90, so that's pretty close to Arizona, so it's a cheap shipper. $3.90. That one's done as well. So we got all the easy ones done, and now we're getting to the 3 of them that are kind of going to be the biggest pain in the butt of the ones that I have to ship today, but they're good dollar amount, so let's get to those. All right, now I'm almost out of model kits. I think I have 4 model kits left out of like the 60 that I listed at the beginning of last year. This is the biggest one that I had left, the USS Yorktown, and you can see this box was got little problems on the sides and the corners, and I disclosed, I think even in the title I put damaged box. It's a motorized kit, so it's got like a little motor in here as well. There's the little motor. I'm gonna bubble wrap all this because I don't want it to just completely jumble around inside here during shipping. So off camera, I'll do some of that packing, and then I'm gonna show you how I pack the outer box. All right, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do this one. I'm taking one of these boxes. This is a 12 by 12 by 12. This actually I bought at Staples. This is a heavy duty box. I don't use these a whole lot. Just if I have something that I need to support a little better. And you're saying, Mike, how's this model kit going to fit in a 12 by 12 by 12 box? Well, basically I'm going to make a little burrito out of this box and this. Now, I don't have enough room in the office to do all this. So I'm going to go out in the other room and do it. But basically I'm going to give you the gist of what I'm doing. I'm just taking this box, I'm putting it inside here, and then I'm going to make a little cut right here, fold it over, do the same on the other side, fold it. We're just basically going to wrap this box and make it into a burrito. So like I said, here it is. We just got this inside this box here. One flap wasn't used, which is good because you can see the ends aren't covered. I'm not going to ship it like that. Of course, I'm going to make something for the end. I'm going to cut some little caps, and I have to custom make a little cap for the end of each of the boxes and do some taping that way. I find this is the easiest way for a lot of board games and long items like this. They do make a box like this. Now, this one didn't quite fit in this box. USPS makes this game box. It's a large flat rate box. Never, ever, ever, ever use this thing. This is a horrible value. I'm actually going to look it up. I don't even know what they're charging for this large flat rate box anymore. Let's see. Large box. What do they charge for this? $18.95 if I ship it out in this. It's a flat rate. It doesn't matter if it's going to my neighbor's house or to New York City. It would be $18.95. I have it in my little burrito, so let's see what it costs here once I get it all done. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit more taping to do. I still got put some tape on a couple of these seams, but we got it all done. There's my custom ends that I got there. It's not very heavy. I'm gonna guess this weighs 3-ish pounds. Let's see here. 2 pounds, 13 ounces. I'm pretty good at this game. All right. Custom size, 2 pounds, 13 ounces. And we got to measure it now. So we got 25 inches, 25, 13, 3. 25, 13, 3. This one is going to Michigan. Everything is up in that north part of the country. What is going on here? Service, we are going to hopefully ship this UPS. Look down UPS ground, $12.21. $12.21 to ship that out. I like that. Put my label on here. I'll get it done. I'll finish taping this up and I'll come back. What are we doing next? We're doing another long box. So we're doing this game called Splat. Did I tell you what that model kit? I'm all discombobulated today because of doing this in a weird order, doing the shipping like this. So that model kit sold for $39.99, $40 plus shipping on that one. We got 2 items left to go, and we're selling Splat. Just found this last week. Splat. I never played this game as a kid. This is what it looks like. It is called the Bug Squash and Race game, Splat. Now, this game doesn't have a whole lot to it, and that's what the amazing part with this is why this sells for so much. This is pretty much what you have. You have dice, you got a hand and a foot, you got some game cards, you got the instructions, and these are actually Play-Doh containers. These aren't the original containers for the Splat game. It's basically just Play-Doh that they would give you, and it's always dried out even if it's in there, and most people have replaced it with Play-Doh. So just put all that information in your description. You can see on the back they just got like these plain colored ones, but you usually find Play-Doh. Sometimes I'll even just throw those Play-Doh ones out, but I went ahead and left it in there just for the pictures. There's not much to it. The game board, and that's it. Picked it up for just a few dollars at a thrift store. Sold for $50, $49.99 plus shipping for this game called Splat. How am I going to ship it? Pretty much the same way as the last one. So I did the same thing. I just made a little game burrito. You can see there's a little more room in each of the ends on this one. I could cut it down a little bit if I really needed to. This one's going to Kansas, so we're kind of not too bad in the shipping department for distance. So I'm going to actually just put a little bit of bubble wrap in each of the ends, cut and make a little cap for each of these. I'll come back again. All right, as with the other one, I got a little more taping to do in the end, but we got my caps done on this. This is a pretty light game too. Like you saw, there wasn't a whole lot in here, so I'm guessing it's gonna weigh, I think this one's just over 3. I gotta use my glasses for some of this. Let's see, what does it weigh? No, look at that, 2 pounds, 8 ounces, a little bit over 8. So 2 pounds, 9 ounces. And I said this was going to Kansas. I don't know what's going on with the shipping areas today, but that's what we're doing. Now this one is 25 inches, 10.3, 25, 10.3. How much do you think it's going to cost? $12 and something? It's usually what it costs. Splat board game. Ooh, $11.76. I like that. $11.76 going to Kansas from Arizona. So everything that I've sold today, what I've charged for shipping has been less than cost me less than what I charged. So that's all good. Going to print out the label, do some extra taping. One more item to go. All right, we're on to the last item, and we've got another board game, and this one is the biggest one of them all as far as size-wise to get this shipped out. This is the massive box, this old Mall Madness, electronic Mall Madness game from the 1990s. Got this one from a friend who was missing a few parts, and I went ahead and just sold it as is with the missing parts, and still ended up getting $50 for this one, $49.99 plus shipping. I was going to try to find the extra parts, but either you can go on eBay and buy them, and probably would have cost me $10 or more to get the parts, or wait till I found another game. Would have taken forever. So I went ahead and just listed it as is and still got $50 for it. You can get $60, $70, $80 for this game if you're 100% complete. I think there are even sales pushing $100, but this game, you'd find it very infrequently, and there's so many small parts that it's usually missing something. So I got $50 for this one. How are we going to ship it? Say it with me. We're going to make a burrito. We're back with this one. Here it is. Here's my third burrito of the day. And this one's definitely bigger than the other ones. Still use that same 12 by 12 by 12 box. We just used that and folded around all of these. This one's definitely heavier. I'm actually kind of getting lucky on this one because it's only going over to California, going over to Redondo Beach. Again, I'm here in Arizona, so shipping is going to be definitely affordable on this one. Let's check out the weight. This one's heavy. I'm guessing 5 pounds, somewhere in that range. Ooh, almost 6. 5 pounds, 11 ounces. I got more taping to do on this box still. I haven't completely finished it, but we'll get to it. And let's see, this one's the same. 25 by 16 by 3. 25, 16, 3. How much is it going to cost? Arizona, California. 5 pounds, 11 ounces. Guys, it's ridiculous how cheap it is. Guess. How much is it? $9.60. $9.60. $10 to send this item over to California via UPS. So I got my little pile over here. You see it back there? That's going to UPS. 5 of my 8 orders UPS, and they are all very affordably shipped, all under $15. Now the next question and all of that. Mike, how long did it take you to do all that? Well, it would have taken me it would have been a lot quicker if I wasn't making the video along with it. I didn't have this little tarp up. I didn't have to keep opening and closing the door and doing all that. But right now the timer on my clock of doing this video is 1 hour, 9 minutes. So under an hour to do all these 8 orders, with making the burritos, with having to cap the ends, making custom little pieces of cardboard, doing all that, less than an hour. So it really took very little time to do that. I've done it hundreds of times for the years, so I'm a little better at it than, just the average person may be doing it for the first or second time, but it doesn't take too long. You do a couple of them, you got it down. You'll never have to worry about using one of those boxes and costing $20. $20 if I wanted to send that board game over to California in this box. So it's kind of ridiculous when it cost me $9 via UPS. All right, I'm going to talk about a couple other things real quick. I have no idea how long it's going to take me once I edit this video. I don't want it to get too crazy long and all that, but I always like to show something that I picked up on a little thrift haul. This one here it's going to be a football helmet, I know, but I saw this on the shelf like this. I didn't really know what it was. It was there with another football helmet that I bought that day, and I didn't recognize this logo. And you could see it had a couple like autographs on it, but I didn't recognize what they were. Didn't recognize this logo. Then I saw on the back right here it said like Shut College Collection. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just get home. I'll Google Lens the college. Maybe there's some college players on it. Whatever. Either way, it's a beautiful helmet. It's a Shut Air helmet. This helmet by itself is worth some good money. It was marked $14.49. The other helmet I bought was $12.49, and of course I used my 20% off coupon and get it down. We're paying about $11 for this helmet. When I got home, I did the Google Lens on this. Do you know what this is? And I didn't catch it at the time. Right here it says ESPN Playmakers. That was this TV series that ESPN made based on a fictional pro football team, the Cougars. And this is a cast autographed helmet. 5 members of the cast signed it. So there's one here on the top, and so typical Goodwill. They placed one of the price tags. Where is it? Right here over the first name of this person. They put it right on the autograph. So when I got the sticker off, it peeled off part of the autograph as well. And it still had another one that was fairly faded too. So 3 of them are pretty clear. I looked up, kind of figured out who they were, and I found some comps out there. Now, 2 sold comps, about $80 on this helmet. 1 currently available for sale. That was at like $129. So I went ahead and priced mine, I think, at $100. I'll throw the listing right up here. So bought it for about $11, and I'm listing it for $100. It's a beautiful helmet. I mean, this helmet, even if it didn't have all the logos and the autographs, I think this is still a $100 helmet either way for these cool older shut air helmets like this. I think the series was in like 2003. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Now, one thing that is happening out here in Arizona, it's getting hot. It's getting hot pretty quick out here in Arizona. We hit like 98 the other day. Had a little heat wave come in already. Yeah, it's only April. Had to turn the AC on in the house. But when I close this door in this room, even with the AC on, even with my fan on up above, it gets hot in here. And yeah, I can't wait to get this video finished and get that door open and get the airflow going a little better in here so I can cool off a little bit. All right, I know I had some other random stuff I was going to talk about, but we'll do another video later this week. I know I've been slacking a little bit, only getting 1 video a week. I did do a short last week. None of you watched. Maybe 10 of you. I might do that each week, just kind of some of the sales that I sold that day rather than just making a whole video about sales. I'm going to throw out a little short that has like 5 or 6 of the items that sold, and you can kind of see it there, and it takes literally like 10 minutes tops to make one of those videos and for me to get it out versus a whole production of making a video like this. And you don't always just want to hear me talk about sales. So anyways, again, you know, I ramble at the end of these videos. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Go check out that K-Canter Dad channel. Go check out that Card Guy channel. I got other stuff going on too. And that's kind of why sometimes I don't always get 2 videos a week out on this channel. I'd like to do it all the time, but you know, sometimes time and family and all that stuff intervenes. So, all right, rambling. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time.